What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Giganato Gaming here, and welcome to the final episode of Astraeos Season 3, the mini-series. We are here with our wolf, saber, pig, and bear army, and today we are going to take on the boss. And I'm going to use the Thyla to lead the charge here. So we've got 6 wolves, 6 Smilodons, 6 Deodons, and 6 dire bears. And what we're going to do, we're going to head in head first into the boss. By that, I mean I'm going to have everyone attack at the same time. We've got everything we need. Let me access the inventory. Actually, let me get the Thyla next to the terminal, just in case. Alright, I've leveled everyone up. I've done a lot of training, and... Hello? Excuse me? What happened to everything in my inventory? What the hell? Everything just disappeared. It was in my inventory like yesterday. Oh my god, am I gonna have to do all that again? I really don't want to have to do all that again. What do you mean my stuff's not in there? What do you mean my stuff's not in there? It was in there when I logged out. Now all of a sudden it's not? Unless one of my wolves has it in one of their inventories. Unless somebody has it in their inventory. No, that's just stuff I dropped. No. Huh. I literally did a whole video getting everything we needed so we can do this. Well, you know what? I know this is kind of cheaty, but I'm going to go into creative mode because I cannot be bothered to do that again. Alright, I went into creative mode because I couldn't be bothered to get all the resources, and we're going to summon them in. And it looks like it's right to the point. Alright. Alright, let's attack them. Alright, come on. Everyone, we got one group after one of them, another group after another. Alright, come on. Wait, how much health do these guys have? 1.2 million each. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, can we get out of the way, please? Alright, we're doing pretty well. Considering. Yeah, don't mind me being in creative mode. I just couldn't be bothered to gather all the resources. I just couldn't be bothered. 800, 900 damage? That's a lot of damage. Alright, so the poison one's dead. Alright, everyone come help, please. Alright. Alright, we did it. We brought him down. That was awesome. Alright, we got inventories and whatever. Let me disable creative mode. Yeah, because I couldn't be bothered. Yeah, like all the resources had disappeared from the drop. I really couldn't be bothered. So how we, the Sabertooth had a decent amount of health. Wolf. Alright, I'm trying to see. I don't have a taxidermy tool. Let me see if I can get one of those taxidermy tools. We just need some wood, some stone, and some flint. Alright, not a problem. Let me go get that real quick, and then I can see what we got from loot. Alright, I can't harvest that tree. Never mind. Alright, let's just, head over here. I want to get the taxidermies. Yeah, that was bullcrap. Real talk. Like, all the stuff disappearing from the inventory. No, wait, we don't need fiber. What am I doing? We need stone and flint. What am I doing? Alright, flint. There we go. Let's craft up a taxidermy tool so we can get the taxidermies for this guy. Alright. That's one. And then this one here would make two. There we go. We should have the pig bosses. Yep, we do. There we go. I'll check them out when we get back to base. Alright, so let me just check and see who got what. Okay, you got a couple stuff. You got some hazmat suit armor, a fabricated sniper rifle. That's cool. And some element. Okay, that's probably from the boss. So you collected that, and I think it was both bears that collected it. I think it was this one. Yeah, you got some loot. You got a Mastercraft sword, a scuba tank, some more element. Y'all did well. Y'all did really well, real talk. Alright, let me drop some of this meat. Alright. We brought down, and that was a 135. That guy was a 135. I can access your inventory. Yeah, 1.2 million health. That's a lot. Damn. Wasn't expecting them to have that much. So yeah, you had 1.2 million, and what did your friend have? 1.9 million. Okay. That is pretty crazy. Alright. So, we defeated the mini-boss. And, yeah. What I'm gonna do next... That's a 145 Diodon. 18 into melee. Could care less about that. Alright, so what we could do now... What we're gonna do now... is we're gonna head home... and we're gonna say goodbye to our tames. Because that was pretty epic. Our army did pretty well. I don't think a single one died. A single one didn't die, so... yeah, we've got that, and, yeah. I guess I will see you guys once we're back at base. You know what we should do to end the series off? Tame that 180 Legacy Rex. I know I said no large tames, but you know what? I think this is our reward. This could be our reward for getting through the series. I mean, it wasn't really that hard. Just rack up an army of mammals and just get the pig bosses, bring them down. But you know what? It was worth it. I feel like it was worth it. That was a lot of fun. I was thinking about starting another series centered around, like, dragons. I would probably call it Ark Dragon Survival or something like that. But, like, with Valguero pushing in a little soon, I don't think there's really any point in starting that series right now. So maybe, like, I'll have the Valguero series, like, this time around. And then after Valguero, after I've beaten the entire boss, the game and whatever, then we'll move on to... Hello, Gigantoraptor. Level 55. Then we'll move on to the, what's it called? To that dragon series I have planned. Yeah, that could work. And I plan on adding in a couple more mods for Valguero, just to make it a little more interesting. So yeah, that was a fun little series. It was just a mini-series. That's literally all it was. And, yeah. 10 episodes long. You could probably get this done within a day. And, yeah, there's that. And we're finally back at base. Now. What we should probably do is use a stego on this. Let's put whatever we got in the drop away. Like this stuff. We should probably get 2 taxidermies. Taxidermy base. Can we get 2 of them? We need more wood. Of course we do. Alright, let me get some more wood real quick. Alright, how would that look? Oh, they're just regular Diodons. That's a shame. Alright, you know what? Hold on. Let me get rid of this seagull real quick. There we go. Direct hit. Awesome. So that's all they are? Just regular Diodons? Yeah. They don't have their tusks or their horns or whatever. That's fine. We managed to defeat it. Alright, let me just go into photo mode real quick. Alright. Now, let's prepare for our Rex tame. So, let's put our army away. Now, I think there is an hour cooldown with these guys, so I'm not expecting anything from there. Alright, do we have any spare stegos? We just got the 2 parent stegos. I guess we could use this level 20 stego. As like... Excuse me for a second. There we go. Alright. I'm thinking about using this stego and just sacrificing it. That's what we'll do. Alright, let's take the Thyla over to that, what's it called? That, 180 Rex. First, I should probably bring some Prime, just in case. Alright. So let's go kill this 20 stego that we have in our inventory. Oh, wait. RGs drop Prime, don't they? Alright, let's kill anything that might attack us. Of course, the Dimorphodon had a friend. You had another friend. Of course you did. Alright, did the Dimorphodon have any more friends before I get off? Alright, there's the 180. Wait, I could just use one of these guys, couldn't I? I could just use you. Oh, no, never mind. You're aggro to it. Never mind. I was going to say, wait, maybe we could use one of those bodies, but it just made a beeline for those Argentavis. Well, I guess while we wait for him to clear everything out, might as well unclaim this stego. Here we go. Alright. Put that down. Can I drag the body? There we go, thank you. Alright. Mr. Rex. Could I interest you in a stego? I know it's not the usual trike that I normally give you, but it's something anyway. Alright, let's... Don't move. Alright, stop moving, stop moving. Alright, he made a beeline for the stego. Okay. Don't move. Don't move. Alright, he's cool. He's cool. Alright, we're cool. We're cool. He's completely chill. Alright, there's a couple of ankylos for us to kill. Alright, what do you want? A pet? Do you want, like, a pet? Do you want, like... meat? I've got regular meat. The Prime is still on the Thyla, isn't it? Yeah, it's still on the Thyla. A pet? Okay. That's good. I consider this my reward for completing the series. I know I said no large creatures, but yeah. This is basically my reward. I'm not moving. I'm not moving. I might turn every now and then in place, but that's about it. Alright. We're good. Okay, can you please die? Alright, thank you for dying. Alright, there's another Ankylo somewhere around here. Great, I can't see the stego because of the tree. Wonderful. Okay, how's the stego not dead? That's a 150, that's why. I don't want to fall off the cliff either. Alright, finally! Alright, we're at 94%. Kill one more thing and we should be good. Come on. There we go. Rex has been tamed. Awesome. Now we can take the Thyla back. The Thyla back to base. Let's drop all the leftover meat. The Prime's spoiled. We didn't end up needing it anyway. All it wanted was pets. That's like all the Rex wanted was pets. And we're back at base. For the final time this series. Alright, let's see if we can make a Rex saddle. I'm sure we've got metal lying around. Alright, so Evo Tyrannosaurus saddle. Can we make it? Perfect. Alright, do I have like a spare one somewhere? I know I have a regular Rex saddle, but that's for like a vanilla Rex. Alright, we're good. Let's go ahead and take a look at our new Legacy Rex. 180. Alright, so we're going to look at its stats in 3, 2, 1. 50 into health, 46 into stamina, oxygen, food, no one cares, 51 into weight, 50 into melee. You know what? This is a pretty boss Rex. Alright, can we not do that? Alright, so 50 into its health and melee. That's interesting. I mean, albeit it's a level 180. Let's see what kind of damage we do. 719. That's awesome. So this is our reward for completing the series. A Rex tame. The 180 that's been guarding this area for so long. Alright, let's see what else we can kill. This seagull. There we go, 625. So yeah, we start off with 12,000 health, which is pretty awesome. A Rex with 50 points into its health. Hold on, what does the right click do? 1,300. That's awesome. And then C is, of course, the roar. That's awesome. I always love the Paleo Rex. These guys are awesome. Alright. So, that is Season 3 of Astraeos done. The final episode of Season 3. It was more of a mini-series than anything. I just wanted to beat the pig bosses, which were actually pretty tough, even with our bogus rates. Real talk. But yeah, with that, I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. If you guys enjoyed this series, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more. It would really help out a ton. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.